we got to push the ball tonight. They're only giving up about 65 points a game. We've got to get out in transition and score some easy baskets. And then finally, ball security. They got 7 takeaways a game, and they're forcing 9 turnovers per game, unforced errors. So we need to be able to take care of the ball.
Coming up next, tip-off and starting lineup straight ahead on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off here on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. Remember, Jack's Tire and Oil is a proud sponsor of Aggie Athletics and proud to sponsor tonight's game. Should be a big one tonight. Utah State, Fresno State. Let's get you your starting lineups. Fresno State starting number 4, 6'4", 195-pound redshirt senior Braxton Huggins. Also number 20, Sam Bittner, 6'6", 210-pound senior, the only player that started every game so far this year for Fresno State. Deshaun Taylor, number 21, 6'2", 185-pound senior. He's got some memories of playing here in Logan, Coach. He bricked a 1-and-1, which allowed Utah State to send the game into overtime last year, and also committed a late foul, which allowed Utah State to send this game into overtime last year. And your other 2 starters, Nate Grimes, number 32, and Noah Blackwell, number 55.
They have 4 players that are scoring in double figures, 2 players that are almost scoring 20.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a tough matchup tonight defensively.
Couple former Aggies had big games against Fresno last year. Kobe McEwen had a big performance here in Logan to spur the comeback, to come back and win the game and send it into overtime and eventually get the W. And Deron Henson got the buzzer beater in Fresno last year to win that game.
To run off the floor.
Actually, it's about 2 seconds left. There's still some time left. Good student crowd here tonight as the I Believe chant is underway, and we're ready to get this thing going. Utah State and Fresno State. Coach, final thoughts before we tip this thing off?
Yeah, I mean, again, you want to get a good start, but you can't you can't get too excited as you come on out here. Defensively, we just need to make them feel uncomfortable. I can't stress that enough. We've let them take rhythm shots and score in the paint. It's going to be a long night.
Coming out to midcourt to tip off for Fresno will be number 32, Nate Grimes. Nemish Keta set to tip off as well for Utah State. Aggies in their all whites. Fresno State, they're all reds. And we're ready here in the Spectrum in Logan. Utah State wins this game. They're 2-1 and atop the conference. Lose, and you're back at 1-2 with some work to do. Utah State controls the tip. Crew Ainge moving from right to left. Ainge on the right wing, looking an alley-oop to Keta, who throws down the dunk, and what a way to start, Coach.
Yeah, great play. They haven't scouted it. They haven't seen it. Wide open jam.
Blackwell working to the left wing, swings it over to Taylor. Taylor back to the right. Bittner gets into lane and travels the basket, no call, and gets the bucket. Here comes the full court press as Fresno loves to force the issue and try to get turnovers. Crew Ainge breaks the press to Brock Miller, lines up a 3, got it. Left wing 3, buried, and Utah State out to an early 5-2 lead.
Yeah, great start. Really get the crowd involved. They're already heating up in here.
Bittner on the left wing, works it back to Blackwell. Blackwell over to Taylor. Taylor on the left wing. Aggie switch as Bittner comes across, back to the middle of the court. Blackwell decides to drive, nearly loses the handle. Dishes back over to Huggins. Huggins in the lane, blocked, and sent into the second row by Keta. He'll have none of that, and Fresno State will try to reset the offense with 11 seconds left on the shot clock.
First time I'm seeing them live, but they're definitely not overpowering us with height. I think we're actually larger at each position.
Inbound to Bittner, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Working up top to Taylor. Taylor on the right wing, looks for Blackwell, takes a long 3, back iron, no good, tipped around and controlled by Utah State. Ainge doesn't have numbers, so he waits for his teammates to come back. Dishes over to Merrill outside the three-point line. Merrill to Keta, Keta back to Brock Miller, who just did a 3, gets into lane, push shot is up and out. Rattles out, and bringing down the rebound is Nate Grimes of Fresno State. Aggies doing an early 5-2 lead, 18:30 left to go in the first half. Blackwell drives, swings it back up to Huggins. Huggins on the right wing to Taylor. Taylor outside the three-point line, reverses it to the far side of the court. Dishes over to Blackwell, back to the middle, and Huggins is going to try to post up his big man, Grimes. Grimes going to work against Keta. Under in the circle, ball nearly deflected, but Keta's there to pull it down after the altered shot. Sam Merrill on the left wing. Utah State, another good defensive set. Keta on the right wing, hands over to Ainge. Ainge over to Taylor. Taylor to Brock Miller. Miller all by himself trying to set something up to Sam. Sam in the low block. They're posting him up and under, lays it up and in. You don't see Sam posting up much, Coach.
Yeah, he's not in a lot of mismatches out there, but he's skilled footwork and hands. He can score with either hand around the basket. I like him in the post.
Aggies up 7-2, 17:41 left in the first half. Huggins, a long three. Shot is long and controlled by Utah State. Sam Merrill bringing the ball down the court, dishes over cross court to Ainge. Ainge wants to drive against Blackwell and has his shot blocked away at the rim. Back to Utah State with 23 seconds on the shot clock. Almost took out a cheerleader, too, with that block shot.
Yeah, that thing was about 45 miles an hour coming off of the block. But, yeah, I like Ainge's aggressiveness. I really like Brock's aggressiveness to the basket.
Merrill to Taylor, back to Merrill. Merrill wants to drive, has a good look. Finally cut off by Blackwell, has to get rid of it to Ainge. Ainge scoops it up and in over the outstretched hands of Nate Grimes. He couldn't block that one, Coach.
No, great find by Sam. He drew the army, and he found his open buddy.
9-2, Aggies with an early 7 lead. Swing across court to Blackwell. Trying to post up Grimes. Here comes the double team. He has to pass out of it. Has a wide open Taylor. Taylor drives. His shot, gets rid of it to Blackwell on the right wing. Blackwell tries to crossover on Ainge into the post. Puts the shot up and won't go. And the rebound brought down by Quinn Taylor.
Yeah, great job defensively. The Aggies are challenging everything at the rim, and they're really closing out with a hand up.
Sam Merrill looking to get into the lane. His shot is blocked away. And here comes Fresno State going the other way. Huggins on the right wing, takes a three in transition and misses it. Tipped around, offensive rebound by Grimes, and he lays it up and gets it to go. 9-4, Aggies with an early 5-point lead.
Yeah, and with a made basket, Fresno gets in that full court man-to-man press.
16-20 and counting left to go in the first half. Coming up to our first timeout. Crew Ainge on the right wing, Blackwell right there with him. To Quinn Taylor. Taylor trying to post up Ketta, and the foul's going to go against Fresno State with 16:08 left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, there should be a mismatch there, and when the game slows down, we will be able to post up Ketta and try to get that ball inside and probably drive some fouls in there.
Into the game, Diogo Brito. Also into the game will come Dwayne Brown Jr., number 2. Also into the game for Fresno State will be New Williams, number 0. Started 11 games this year. 6'1", 175-pound junior. Looking for Brown on a curl, can't get him. Sam Merrill's wide open on the right wing, takes the three, buries the three. Another great out-of-bounds play by Utah State, and the Aggies have their largest lead of 8.
I think the National Basketball Coaches Association should have Coach Smith come teach out-of-bounds plays.
He's been so good with
that
this
year. He is unbelievable.
New Williams swings over to Taylor. Taylor in the lane, blocked again. Second block shot by Ketta. Crew Ainge doesn't have numbers, doesn't care. In the lane, draws the foul. Will they get? No, they won't give him the shot. He laid it up, got the lay-in, but he'll go to the free throw line. Utah State leading 12-4 over Fresno State. 15:45 left to go, first half action on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. Fresno State, Aggies holding Fresno State to just 22% shooting. They've only made 1 out of their last 8 shots. Defense is coming to play today, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, we've done a great job, first of all, closing out to open threes, making them drive, and then every time they drive, again, we got Ketta, which is the great eliminator inside. But even when Ketta's stretched, we've had someone there with an open hand to challenge a shot at the rim, and then not a lot of second chance shots. They did have 2 offensive rebounds, but were unable to score.
Hey, remember the next Greg Smith Men's Basketball Coaches Show is coming up Monday, January 14th at 6 o'clock at the Logan Country Club. Not Cafe Sabor this time. It'll be at the Logan Country Club. So set your calendars. Make sure to hang out with us. Always a lot of fun. Coach makes that a blast. And trust me, I've been there. He will stick around for hours on end afterwards, chatting with everybody in the building. All right. After the foul, Crew Ainge will inbound underneath the bucket, trying to set something up to Ketta. Can't find him, so he swings it all the way out to Sam Merrill. Outside the three-point line, straight away. Fight for the rebound, goes off the hands of Bittner, and will stay with Utah State. Good job by Ketta. Also, Diogo Brito following his shot and forcing that off a Fresno State player. Yeah, we just got enough to keep that ball alive, and Ketta's doing a good job of keeping the ball up, but unfortunately there was just a little tipped away, but we maintained possession. Dwayne Brown inbounding, fresh shot clock for the Aggies, who lead this game 12-4, 15.5 minutes left to go. Sam Merrill swings it over to Crew Ainge. Ainge looks over to Coach Craig Smith with New Williams in his back pocket. Hands back over to Merrill. Merrill gets a screen from Ketta, works in the middle of the court, loses the handle, stolen away by Fresno State. First Aggie turnover, into the lane, shot by Grimes is up, good, and he draws the foul. Nate Grimes May have taken 1, 2, 5, 6 steps, but draws the foul.
Euro. That's the Euro step, as they say when they travel. Yeah. You know, and I thought Sam's takeaway, that looked a little bit like he had a hold of his arm there, and Sam got fouled. But, you know, and it's a bad place to make a turnover, right? Top of the key just leads to an and one opportunity on the other end.
They're essentially pick sixes in football.
That's a great analogy.
Grimes shoots the free throw, gets it to go, 73% free throw shooter.
See how Abel handles the press here. I thought Crew was really good against it.
Abel Porter, who's been playing a lot lately, including 30 minutes against Air Force, swings it over to Brito. Brito to Keta, who's down on the left wing. Hands back over to Sam Merrill. To Brito, back to Porter on the baseline. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Porter tries to drive, instead hands over to Brown for three. Just a bit long, and the rebound pulled down by New Williams and Fresno State. Aggies lead by 5, led by as many as 8 here in the early stages of the game. Taylor thinks about a long three, instead dishes back over to Williams. Taylor on the right wing to Bittner, back to Taylor. And here comes Braxton Huggins trying to drive against Dwayne Brown. Steps back, tries to create contact. Officials don't give it to him, but he will bury the jumper from the free throw line.
Yeah, I like the Aggies in zone defense there.
Brito all the way down the court. Scoop shot up and in. Brito with the assist from Abel Porter on the long pass.
Yeah, that full court press, that's a double-edged sword there. You know you're going to give up some baskets, so great job by the Aggies taking advantage.
That bucket snaps a 5-0 run for Fresno. Huggins on the left wing for Fresno. Aggies lead 14-9. Bittner on the baseline, tries to drive against Brito, spins, nearly travels. New Williams has the ball knocked out of his hands by Sam Merrill, who may have jammed a thumb as he holds his hand.
I'm sure he's done that once or twice, so unfortunately that looks like it's his shooting hand.
Yeah. That looks like an old playground jam.
Yeah.
Nothing worse when you jam that thumb. Taylor, as the ball went out of bounds off of Merrill to Bittner. Bittner tries to drive. Instead, he dishes over for a baseline three. Missed. Ball tipped around and controlled by Grimes. And they're going to call a foul against Utah State on the rebound.
That'll be 2 on Sam.
Yep.
So
that's a key foul for Utah State. And you hate those fouls on the loose ball.
Yeah, it's it's unfortunate because it's just a hustle play that ends up on the wrong side. The Aggies will have to find a way to score here with Sam out, which Brock coming in will give him definitely at least a little outside presence.
So Sam's going to sit for probably several minutes here with 2 fouls with 13:50. Let's see how Utah State responds. Aggies right now +5. Bittner draws a foul on the drive. Keta gets laid out on the drive, but they're going to call the foul right before Bittner started to drive. That'll be the 3rd team foul on Utah State.
Yeah, Fresno State, so not a lot of outside shooting. You know, they're only shooting about 35% from beyond the arc. They really want to line you up and drive past you. The Aggies need to do a better job of guarding the ball.
Grimes on the right wing. Also into the game is Aguirre Ago. Shot is up from the three-point line and dropped by Huggins.
Right on cue.
Yep. 14-12. Here comes the full court press for Fresno. Abel Porter's able to cross the timeline. After the Aggies led 12-4, it's been an 8-2 run. Drive into lane, shot off the glass, good to go for Diogo Brito.
Yeah, Diogo's got some size advantage there. I think he can get into the paint and jump up over him and score it.
Back to a 4-point lead for Utah State, 16-12. Deshaun Taylor on the left wing. Into the lane, scoop it over Williams. Williams takes the long three, missed, and Dwayne Brown pulls down the board. Dwayne Brown, cross court to Brito, gets it to a driving Abel Porter, pass behind him, and stolen away by Fresno. Unforced turnover by Utah State. Taylor working on the right wing. Ball nearly stolen away, into the lane, down to Grimes. Grimes has the ball ripped out of his hands by Dwayne Brown. Good job. Big man put the ball down. It's up for grabs at that point. Dwayne Brown, cross court to Porter. Porter up top to Keta. Keta to Brito. Brito's thinking about the three. Instead works to the right side over to Miller. Miller spots up inside the three-point line and buries the jumper. Aggies on a 4-0 run. Now push the lead back to 6, 18-12. And a timeout on the court by Fresno State. We'll take it as well. You're listening to Aggie Basketball on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. 3 on their last 3 shot attempts, now shooting 62% from the field, holding Fresno to 36. Coach, when you play a team like this, you kind of have to anticipate that you're going to have turnovers. Aggies have had 2 in the early stages of this game. They've really struggled over the last couple of games. They turned it over 20 times against Nevada. I believe 17 last week or against Air Force. It's something that they're trying to correct. But the problem is with Fresno, that's who they are. They love to create turnovers, and that's going to be a key. And I know you brought that up in the early stages of the pregame.
Well, I mean, it definitely is a key to the game. That's Fresno thrives on. Just the full court press is not, it's not a scramble. It's not a run and jump. They're not running out there trying to trap you. They're really just trying to create a little havoc. And when they get those levers up in the air, they're pretty long, and they're trying to get that long pass. So the Aggies are doing a good job of hurting them, right? I think we've scored 3 times against the press, versus the 1 turnover. So just need to keep, breaking it and scoring on them and try to get them out of it.
Christian Gray, number 11, played at Salt Lake Community College in the game for New Mexico. Swing to Taylor for 3, and he knocks it down from the right wing. Here comes the press, waiting for Brito to clear. Brito comes back and gets it. Swings over to Abel Porter. Porter picked up by Blackwell, finally gets it back to Brito. Aggies cross the timeline. Porter, as the Aggies working right to left, start the offense with about 20 seconds on the shot clock. Quinn Taylor has the ball knocked out of his hands, has to come back to the right wing to come get it. Brito swings it all the way over to Miller. Miller looking to Dwayne Brown on the low block. Going to work, into the lane, spin left, tied up. Finally gets it to Taylor, goes out of bounds, and they're going to say turnover against Dwayne Brown as no Aggie can come and collect that pass.
And there's the other aspect to the full court where it's not a trapping. It really does slow. I mean, we use about 9 seconds to get it across half court. And then there's another couple seconds to get the offense going. And we just end up a little more stagnant than we have the past couple possessions, and we end up with a back-to-the-basket post-turnover.
3rd turnover for Utah State. Blackwell working to the right side, steps back, swings over to the right wing, back to Blackwell. Over to Bittner, who just checked back into the game. Deshaun Taylor trying to size up Abel Porter, drives on him, puts the shot off the glass, won't go, tipped around and controlled by Taylor. Taylor's double team though. Quinn Taylor is in his grill, passes it away, stolen by Diogo Brito. Aggies force another turnover. Brock Miller tries to drive baseline, cut off, over to Abel Porter. Abel swings it all the way back over for a 3-point shot attempt. It's up, no good. Dwayne Brown's there for the rebound, but he's going to get hit with the foul, clearing space.
I thought that was a flop.
That was New Williams.
He flopped.
Wins the Academy Awards because New Williams may have earned himself one.
That was that's a big-time NBA, man. Like, we've got big muscles pushing you down, flop right there.
And by the way, Dwayne Brown just picked up foul number 2, so now Sam Merrill with 2, Dwayne Brown with 2, and the Aggies with 14 fouls overall.
Yeah, this happened last game as well, right? A little foul trouble in the first half kind of hamstrings us.
Long 3-pointer by Williams, no good. Rebound pulled down by, guess who? Justin Bean, who's into the game. Justin Bean to Abel Porter. Porter back to Taylor. Taylor to Diogo Brito. Gets into the free throw line. Looking for Taylor. Puts the shot up and in. I think they were trying to run an alley-oop to Taylor. Taylor didn't know. It goes off the glass into the hands of Taylor, and he puts on the layup.
That'll be on the highlight reel.
That's not quite the way you drew it up, but you'll take it. New Williams to Blackwell. Blackwell into the lane. Tied up. Has to get rid of it. And they're going to call, a jump ball. He was tied up. Alternating possession. It'll stay with Fresno. Oh.
Okay, you got the travel.
Oh, the travel. There you go.
Yeah.
Good call.
I didn't see it, but I'm guessing.
I got the Craig Smith's line of sight right now. So Utah State inbounding. Sam Merrill back into the game with 2 fouls. Surprised he's back in the game so quick, Coach?
No, I think I trust him out there as well as I would any other player.
Yep. Back to Brock Miller on the right wing. Gets a screen from Taylor. Gets it over to Justin Bean on the baseline to Taylor. Taylor swings over to the left, back to Merrill. Merrill will work it back to Porter, back to Merrill. And here comes Quinn Taylor in the left low block. Goes to work, double team. Passes out of it to Bean. Bean's on the right low block. He puts the shot up and in. Great paint-to-paint passing, Coach.
Yeah, that's good. They came in double teamed post to post, and that's the pass that we wanted to make earlier when Brown turned it over. But we completed it. Easy basket for Justin.
22-15, Aggies lead by 7 with 9:35 left to go here in the first half. Huggins outside the 3-point line. Lines up the 3, takes it and buries it over the face of Abel Porter. Kind of hangs that hand too.
Little Michael Jordan there.
A little bit. Sam Merrill works it back to Porter. Porter's got a lane, dishes low to Bean, loses the handle. Abel Porter's able to push it to Sam Merrill. He gets into the lane and draws the blocking foul. Woo! That could have very easily been number 3. Instead, Sam Merrill's going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, I think we got help there from the restricted area underneath the basket there, the marked half circle. His heels were in there, and that saved us from the broadcaster jinx.
22-18, 4-point lead for the Aggies. Sam Merrill lining up the free throw line, up and good. Coach, you weren't here against Air Force, but Sam right now is part of an elite group of 40-50-90. 40% from the field, 50% from the 50% from the field, 40% from 3, and 90% plus from the free throw line. Now, a lot of players have done that, but only 2 players have done it and averaged over 19 points a game for a season. Can you guess the 2?
J.C. Carroll
is one, and you coached against the other one, I believe. Luke Babbitt.
Luke Babbitt. Yeah, I was going to say Luke Babbitt was very efficient. Yeah.
1 for 2 from the line. Sam, as we talked about, 90% from the free throw line. Misses his back end of the free throw. Down low, good look. Grimes lays it up and in. 23-20, 3-point lead for the Aggies. And another foul as Sam's going to draw this one as Braxton Huggins tried to steal it away from Merrill, and they're going to hit him with a foul.
They're about to hit him with a bonus technical if he doesn't. John Higgins doesn't play out there. He's a super official.
He doesn't take none of that nonsense.
No. I mean, that's a Final Four official that he's going to turn around and, after he tackles Sam Merrill. The Aggies need to just take care of, handle the press. I like the aggressiveness, right? We've crossed half court and we've gone to the basket.
Ainge crossing the timeline, works it back to Bean. Bean on the left wing. Back over to Ainge. Ainge over to Keta. Keta hands over to Sam Merrill on the right wing. Sam playing with 2 fouls. Works to the middle. Works it back to Brock Miller. Miller on a baseline shot for Ainge, up and no good. And the rebound pulled down by Blackwell. Aggies lead by 3, 23-20. Largest lead has been 8. They've led for the entire game. Ball goes out of bounds off of Merrill as he kind of nudged it with his knee out of bounds on a bounce pass.
Yeah, a little disturbing right now. The Aggies are kind of getting spread out a little bit versus Fresno. We're not able to help on the drive as much as we were at the beginning of the game.
Grimes outside the three-point line to Blackwell, gets around a screen. Blackwell works it to the near side, back to Taylor. Taylor back to Blackwell, over to New Williams on the left wing. Williams steps back, takes the long 3, and no good. Crew Ainge fights for the rebound and pulls it down. Nice board by Crew. Crossing the timeline, hands to Sam Merrill on the right wing. Merrill to Miller, reversing the court, down to Keta. Keta's got a good look, and they're going to get him with the travel? No. Foul down low. Keta looked like he took 1 too many steps down there, and looked like he had a good lane to the bucket, Coach.
Yeah, not quite sure why he dribbled it there. I think sometimes out of habit, post players put that dribble down, but yeah, the foul made him travel, and they got the right call.
5 team fouls on Fresno. We continue on next, 23-20. Utah State leading by 3 on the Aggie Sports Network from their head coach of the Utah State football team, just addressing the crowd here during the break. Yells out a "Go Aggies," and the student section more than happy to oblige. Yeah,
what an ovation. That's a good-looking staff right there. I feel like they should put the pads on themselves.
I think those guys could knock a few dudes around. 23-20, Utah State leading by 3, 7:57 left to go here in the first half. Aggies, we mentioned, their largest lead has been 8. Fresno's getting the shooting back. They are at one point about 28%. They bumped that up to 40% on 8 of 20, including 3 of 10 for 3. Aggies shooting 59% from the field. Aggies set to inbound. Crew Ainge with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Aggies out on the court right now. Justin Bean, Keta, Brock Miller, Sam Merrill, and Ainge. Working over to Merrill. Merrill on the left baseline. Can't find anything, so he reverses it to the near side. Crew Ainge outside the three-point line to Merrill, to Bean, Bean to Keta on the left low block. Here comes the double team, so he passes to Ainge. Ainge gets caught up, out of bounds. No foul. Thought he got fouled, but not going to get one. And they'll say Utah State turns it over.
Yeah, I mean, it sure looked like he tried to split the defenders there and got caught up in their legs, but
a little surprised by that one, Coach.
Well, Vern Harris is looking at him eye to eye, so, he had a pretty good look at it.
23-20 for Utah State. That's their 4th turnover of the first half. Blackwell to Bittner. Bittner thinks about a 3. Good three-point shooter, but gets in the lane, attacks Keta, and Keta throws it back in his face, and the Aggies come away with a loose ball. Merrill works it to, and he'll draw the foul. That's going to be Christian Gray. As the Aggies lead by 3, and that'll be the 16th foul for Fresno.
And
not quite in the bonus yet.
And unfortunately, that may have been the difference between Crew Ainge's foul and
yes.
Sam Merrill's foul. But he'll learn that as he gets more playing time and gets some more experience.
Lazaro Rojas checking into the game for Fresno. 6'11", 245-pound sophomore, trying to find somebody that can combat the size of Keta. Hands over to Justin Bean, who comes off the curl to Ainge. Ainge down low to Keta, back to Ainge, over to Brock Miller. Straightaway 3. No, rims out. Keta fights for the rebound. Blackwell's there. Ball is tipped out of bounds, and it'll go to Fresno. 23-20. We've been stuck at this three-point spread for a while here, Coach.
Yeah, the offense is a little stagnant right now, and I think we're trying to work a little bit through Keta, and that's a good thing. We just have to make a couple open shots.
Aggies have gone the last 2:05 without scoring. Lead by 3, 23-20, 6:58 and counting left to go first half against Fresno. Into the lane, dish low. Trying to spin underneath the bucket, deflected away by Keta, and here comes Ainge with a loose ball. Another good defensive stand by the Aggies. Merrill, straightaway 3, just a bit short. Rebound pulled down by Bittner, and Fresno State's going the other way. 6:38 left in the first half. Blackwell rises from the free throw line and misses badly out the front iron, so bad it goes off the hands of Keta and will remain with Fresno State as Bittner's able to pull down the board. Taylor on the left wing. Hesitation dribble. Dishes over to Bittner. Bittner drives. He's cut off in the lane to Huggins for 3. No good. And Keta reaches up and pulls down that rebound as it falls in his lap. Ainge to Miller. Baseline 3. Got it! Brock Miller burying the 3, and that young man's found his shot again. 6:04 left to go in the first half. Aggies up by 6, 26-20. Coach's timeout. We'll take it on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. Game. So here comes Fresno State as Utah State has led wire to wire so far in this one. Led by as many as 8, currently lead by 6. Blackwell on the right wing, guarded by Sam. Swings it up top to Taylor. Taylor waits for a screen. Instead, Bittner's going to roll away, moves to the right, spins into the left low block, hands over to Bittner for 3, got it. Bittner you cannot let sit outside the three-point line. He can knock it down. He's currently shooting 52% from 3.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the best shot in basketball, right? A pass out from the paint to a three-point shooter.
Back to a three-point game. Aggies break the press. Diogo Brito trying to drive. Instead, hands it back to Brock for 3. No good. Tipped around, controlled by Quinn Taylor. He's got the offensive board. He's in the low block. The pass, though, outside, deflected, and Blackwell comes away with it. Deshaun Taylor on the left wing. Gets into the lane. Looks at Keta. Tries to go against him. Puts the shot off the glass. Keta pulls it down the rebound. Taylor tried to challenge him, and Keta, even though he didn't get the block, altered that thing.
I feel like if Keta's getting tired, I just want to leave him down here on the defensive end. You don't have to participate in offense. He's such a changer.
Aggies lead 26-23. Keta looks for Sam coming around the screen. Sam to the right. Works it all the way over to Taylor. Taylor down low to Keta. Keta's got a good look, and he's fouled on the way up. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, good sportsmanship there. He knew he had to foul him. That's a mismatch. It's a giveaway foul.
Yep.
He taps Keta on the butt and gives him, I don't think he's going to get 2 shots. I think he was down on the ground. So we're in the bonus.
Well, we're in the bonus, so we'll get the 1-and-1. 4:43 left to go here in the first half. Utah State leading 26-23.
That's kind of a key spot here for the Aggies. I feel like we can stretch a little bit if we can, score the ball a couple times. Brock's 3 would have been huge there.
Abel Porter checking into the game. Brock Miller's going to take a breather. Aggies out on the court right now. Sam Merrill, Abel Porter, Diogo Brito, Keta, and Quinn Taylor, who just came up with a big offensive board. By the way, Aggies right now out-rebounding Fresno State, 15-13. Keta's free throw missed badly and pulled down by Agau. Deshaun Taylor works on the right side. Back to the middle of the court. Swings it back up top to Agau. He dishes over to Huggins back into the game. Huggins tries to drive against Porter. Push shot up. No good. Keta's there for the rebound.
Yeah, they do feel they got a mismatch size-wise that they can drive and shoot over him, but he's done a good job.
Sam Merrill caught up in traffic, so he finally works it to Quinn Taylor, who then posts up Ketta. Coming with the double team, Abel Porter, as Ketta had a good look, didn't realize how open he was and passed out of the double team. To Ketta, Ketta's low, spins, and they're going to call a foul against Fresno State, and Ketta will go back to the free throw line. That's just a maturity of a player, having a sense of how things are available for you out on the court, because he passed up a really good-looking shot.
Yeah, I think he's surprised that they're not better defenders in the post.
Yeah.
Even on this last play, right, he can spin easily and make a move, and he's just kind of, overworking a little bit, but got to earn his points at the free throw line and contribute a little bit offensively.
All right, Ketta went 0 for 1 on his first trip, buries that one, that earns him one more. 27-23, back to a 4-point lead for the Aggies. 4:04 left to go here in the first half. In a really entertaining first half, too.
Yeah, again, very evenly matched first half.
Ketta waiting for free throw number 2. It's up and a little long. Justin Beat tried to sky for the board, but it's going to fall back to Fresno State. So 1 for 3 from the free throw line from the big man from Portugal. New Williams to Taylor. Over to Agau. He works it to the left wing. Sam Merrill's trying to guard him. Back over to Huggins. Huggins guarded by Bean. Gets into lane. Caught up, and he traveled with it. There's your travel call.
Yeah, and I think we've seen that several times where that pivot foot just drags.
27-23. Utah State with a 4-point lead. 3:42 left to go in the first half. Timeout on the court on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. 23, Utah State leading by 4 here on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. Hey, go all out when you go RVing. Make plans to see the Aggies outscore, outshoot, and outplay at every event this season. More information is available at GoRVing.com. Coach, you brought up a really good point. Scott Gerard alongside Lance Becker. You brought up a really good point where it feels as if, and Fresno has only made 1 out of their last 8. They haven't scored in the last 2:08, but yet the Aggies still only lead by 4. It felt like Fresno's giving you an opportunity to kind of pull away, and the Aggies haven't taken advantage of it.
Yeah, about that 6-minute mark, I started to feel like we're really not taking advantage of missed shots by Fresno State. And you let these kind of teams hang around, and it comes back to bite you.
Abel Porter picked up by New Williams at midcourt. Aggies moving right to left. Justin Bean on the right baseline. Bean finally gets it to Merrill. Merrill on a cross-court pass, back to Porter. Diogo Brito waiting for a screen on the right wing. Back to Merrill. Good defense here with 12 seconds left. Merrill has to dish it to Porter. Porter's going to drive into lane. Has a pass to Justin Bean, but he's going to draw the foul. Bean laid it up and in, but the foul before. It's going to send Porter to the free throw line on another 1-and-1.
Yeah, and big aspect right now is Ketta's missed free throws, obviously.
Yeah.
So if we have an opportunity here with we'll be in the double bonus on the next foul for the last 3.5 minutes.
Aggies have gone the last 2:49 without making a field goal. Fresno hasn't scored the last 2:36. Abel Porter buries the first free throw, which gets him 1 more. By the way, student section needs to be proud of themselves. They came back from Christmas break, and they've loaded this place up.
They are burning off the Christmas pie.
Abel Porter misses free throw number 2. Aggies not great from the free throw line tonight. 28-23, back to a 5-point game. Aggies' largest lead has been 8, now stands at 5. 3:12 left to go here in the first half. Aggies led in scoring with Miller with 8. Shot blocked away once again, attacking the rim, and it'll stay with Fresno State.
I think his presence defensively is huge today. That's an understatement of the game.
That's the 4th block shot on the night. Inbound to New Williams, baseline 3, no good, short. Ketta fights for the rebound. He can't get it, but Sam Merrill's able to pluck it away off the loose. Ball down low to Ketta. Ketta, right-hand layup up and in. Holy smokes. And Sam Merrill rewarded the big man on the other end of the court.
Yeah, reward a big man that runs, that's for sure.
30-23, 7-point lead for Utah State. 2:43 and counting left to go in the first half. Blackwell can't find anybody. Finally gets it to Taylor on the right wing. Taylor tries to drive baseline. Bean, he blocks it into the second row. And Justin Bean's like, hey, Ketta, I can do it too.
Holy cow. I mean, that was a volleyball swat. What a crowd favorite those two are becoming.
Justin Bean and Ketta on the court at the same time. I don't know how often we've seen that this year, but that's a fun lineup.
Yeah, it is. He gives you a little bit more athletic presence than shot blocking presence than Quinn does.
Aggies with 5 blocked shots here in the first half. Ketta's got 4 of them, and Bean probably should get 2 for that one. Grimes outside the three-point line. Aggies up by 7, 30-23. Bittner to Williams, long 3, no good. Rebound, and Bittner followed his own shot, tried to keep it in play off of Quinn Taylor, but Sam Merrill's able to catch it. Over to Miller for 3, got it! And the Aggies rolling here in the Spectrum. 33-23, largest lead of 10. Craig Smith yells at the crowd, let's go. Grimes trying to drive in the lane, can't get it to go. Ball goes out of bounds and will...
It's got to be the Aggies basketball.
It's got to be Utah State's ball. There we go. Aggies lead by 10 on a 7-0 run over the last 2:09. 33-23, 10-point game. Abel Porter picked up by Bittner. Finally gets it to Quinn Taylor on the right wing. Over to Sam Merrill. Merrill to the baseline to Bean. Bean drives, cut off. Back to Merrill on the right wing. Merrill give and go to Taylor, lays it up and in. Quinn Taylor gives the Aggies their largest lead of 12, 35-23. Justin Hudson, head coach at Fresno, says let's play through it, no timeout. 1:25 left to go, drive into lane, back to Blackwell, and a late foul is gonna go against Brock Miller. It's so loud, couldn't even hear the whistle.
Fresno State, Coach Hudson's used 2 timeouts early on, so he's only got 2 left in the game, so he's holding off here, which, may come back to be a detriment to them.
Merrill's going to check out. You don't want to pick up that 3rd foul in the last 1:25. Aggies lead by 12, 35-23. 22 seconds on the shot clock for Fresno. Inbounding underneath their own bucket. Blackwell waiting for somebody to clear. Finally gets it over to Huggins. Huggins drives, gets a good look, and can't get it to go. And a foul is going to go against Quinn Taylor on the rebound. Only the 16th foul, so Fresno won't be shooting free throws. And Ketta's going to come back into the game. Ketta's checking in for Quinn. That's his first foul.
I think it's that present at the rim and, of course, securing the ball to finish the play.
Into the lane, good look, layup up and in. Nate Grimes, one of the few times. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Abel Porter, trying to avoid the contact from Blackwell. And the Aggies will give it right back.
I'll tell you what, it wasn't a foul. When he swung around, he stepped out of bounds.
Oh, okay.
As he tried to get that momentum. I like the aggressiveness and not a bad turnover, because that's an open layup if he doesn't step out of bounds.
Bittner over to Blackwell. 1:10 and counting left to go here in the first half. Aggies lead by 10, 35-25. Blackwell to Huggins. Huggins to Bittner. Bittner thinks about a 3, drives, baseline, spins, back to Taylor. Taylor gets around Brito, good look, right hand scoop shot up and in. So a 4-0 run here late by Fresno. Porter to Bean, Bean back to Porter. 35-27, Aggies are led by 12, currently lead by 8. Finally dishes to Bean, Bean swings over to Miller. Miller nearly loses the handle, has to get rid of it to Bean, Bean back to Porter. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Abel Porter looks back to Craig Smith, gets a last call, 10 seconds, says let's go. Abel Porter to Diogo Brito. Brito gets a screen. 4-3, Porter for 3. Porter for 3, knocks it down. Big 3 by Abel Porter. Pushes the lead back to 11. Huggins on the right wing. 15 seconds left in the first half. Over to Deshaun Taylor. Taylor is going to wait. 9, 8, 7, 6. Finally will go. Taylor to midcourt, steps back, long 3, got it. Ooh. Yeah. Cuts the lead to 8 at the half with about 2 seconds left. Aggies will just let the clock run. 38-30, an 8-point lead for Utah State. Deshaun Taylor with a beautiful 3. He's got 8 points in the first half, but what a fun back and forth game, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, a lot of excitement there. The Aggies, got the crowd behind them. They made a nice run. Unfortunately, they couldn't quite extend it, towards the end there. The step out of bounds hurt them a little bit. But, great job. Great job by the Aggies in the first half.
That was a fun stretch there in the last minute and a half. Utah State was 4 for 4. Fresno State 3 for 3. 38-30. Aggies lead by 8 at the break on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. State, Fresno State. Coach, he gave us the keys to the game, gives the keys to the second half. What does Utah State need to do to get out of here with the W?
Well, I still think it's all about that pace, right? Getting downhill, especially after misses by Fresno State, and really pressuring the issue. And this crowd came to see some high-flying action and threes on the break. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that, I understand we're living and dying by it, but that's what's bringing the excitement. So get the crowds, keep the crowd involved, and defensively, again, make them uncomfortable. I thought we did a good job of that when Ketta was in the game.
I couldn't agree more. Ketta, look, we're going to look at he had 4 rebounds, he had 4 blocked shots, and there's not a stat for altered shots, but those are through the roof. I mean, some guy gets into the lane and realizes I have nowhere else to go with it, and then throws it up with a prayer, knowing that Ketta, he's either going to block it or cut off the angle.
Exactly. And one other thing I want to look at is we need to make some free throws.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 for 7 is not going to get it done. You can't be at the end of the game and be looking at your free throws percentage, in low numbers in the 40s or the 30s.
Fresno State will get the ball to start this second half. Aggies now will be waiting for the Bulldogs to inbound. Bulldogs moving right to left. Fresno State, and they're all reds with white and black trim. Utah State, they're home whites with blue trim. And both starting lineups back out on the court, and we're ready to get this thing started. Again, much respect to the student section. They have come out in full force tonight, like the spectrum of old here in Logan. Blackwell to Taylor, back to Blackwell on the right wing. The second half is underway, and we already have a quick foul down low, and that's going to go against Brock Miller. That's going to be his second foul.
I was away from the ball. My eyes were diverted.
Yeah, it was 6 seconds into the game, or into the second half. Blackwell inbounding to Bittner. Bittner back up top to Grimes. Grimes hands back to Blackwell. Throws the alley-oop to Grimes, goes off his hands, but they're going to call Ketta with a foul? So the Aggies pick up 2 fouls in the first 13 seconds of the second half. And for Ketta, that's his second foul. Already 2 team fouls. Actually, that's Ketta's.
All right, it was just a shot clock question.
Yep. Now 20 seconds on the shot clock. Blackwell looking to inbound, loses the handle, but Huggins able to come back and get it. Hands over to Bittner. Bittner on the right wing. Quinn Taylor comes out to show on him. Hands over to Huggins, trying to get around into the paint. Dishes over to Blackwell for a baseline 3. Tipped around and controlled by Sam Merrill and Utah State. Aggies lead 38-30, 19:29 left to go. By the way, I misspoke. That's only Ketta's first foul. Ketta on the left elbow. Hands over to Taylor. Taylor trying to drive. Spins, right hand hook shot, rattles out. Hit every part of the rim, but just wouldn't go for him.
Yeah, I'd like to see him get that up off the backboard and give himself a little better chance.
Huggins on the right wing to Blackwell. Blackwell gets to the middle of the lane, then dishes back to a wide open 3 for Huggins, who buries it. Braxton Huggins knocks down the 3, and the Aggies at one point led by 12, now lead by 5, 38-33. Fresno's just too good. It's going to be really hard to blow this team out.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a game. There's no question about it. It's a little sad we ran the ISO play there for Quinn. I'd like to see him finish that play.
Sam Merrill goes baseline, up and under, blocked by Grimes and taken away by Grimes. And here comes Fresno, trailing by 5. Blackwell will rise from a right wing 3 and knock that down in a quick 6-0 run by Fresno to start the second half. And it's a 38-36 game for Utah State. Coach's timeout, we'll take it as well. And the Aggie Sports Network has gone on a 13-3 run, Coach.
Yeah, and just the end of that half, the way that half kind of ended, if you're Fresno State, you kind of went in the locker room with a little, little momentum, and you're able to talk about some things. But just the start, right, to come out and within 13 seconds have 2 straight fouls called and just no momentum, no rhythm. Then you run a set play that you drew up in the half for Quinn Taylor on an ISO, and he ends up crotching it. Just a bad start. Got to regroup here and come out.
Larry H. Miller is a proud partner of Aggie Athletics. All right, Fresno's throwing haymakers here in the second half, Coach. How does Utah State respond? I know Craig Smith always talks about how does his team handle adversity. There's a little adversity here with 18:34 left to go in the game, and the Aggies at one point leading by 12, now lead by 2, 38-36. Aggies have gone scoreless here in the first half, and not only have they given up a 6-0 run, but they picked up 2 quick fouls too.
Yeah, and I think the discussion is defensively, you guard your guy without fouling, kind of creating that offense from the defense.
Inbound to Ketta. Ketta quickly dishes it back to Ainge. Ainge working against Blackwell. Crosses the midcourt stripe. Miller trying to fight through a screen on the right wing. Finally comes back and gets it. Back to Sam. Sam thinks about a three, instead drives, gets into the lane, has a shot off the right block, gets it to go, draws the foul, and we'll have an old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, good play, and a lot of that, on the last drive he had just before the timeout, he got a lot of contact, not a foul called, and Coach Smith kind of addressed that with the referees, and they were very well aware when Sam Merrill drove that time. But that was definitely contact, definitely a foul.
Here comes the free throw for Sam Merrill. It is up and it is good. 41-36, Aggies with the three-point play, push the lead back to 5. Blackwell moving right to left. Hands over to Taylor. Taylor to Bittner. Bittner will get to Huggins. Huggins thinks about a three. Instead drives, dishes low to number 32, Grimes. Grimes hands out to Bittner. Bittner takes the three and knocks it down.
Yeah, no reason really to help there on Grimes, or, I thought Ketta had him guarded, but can't leave him open.
Back to a two-point game, 41-39. Three-point shooting really picking up as Fresno's now 8 of 19 from beyond the three-point line. Ainge on the right wing to Merrill. Merrill's got a lane, but he hands over to Ainge for a baseline three. That's no good. And here comes Fresno with the ball going the other way with a chance to tie or take the lead. They have not led in this game. Grimes on the right low block, attacks Ketta, goes up and under, blocked by Ketta. That's block number 5. Grimes took a swipe at him, and Ketta answered back with a little bit of an elbow. No harm, no foul. Back to Merrill. Merrill to Quinn Taylor. He'll take a baseline three. That's a little long. Tipped out, though, by Ketta, and Merrill comes back and gets it. Ketta might play a little volleyball with that little tip.
Yeah, I'd like to see, let's give Sam an open shot here.
Sam outside the three-point line to Quinn Taylor, down to Ketta. Ketta spins right, lays it up with the right hand, up and good. Holy smokes.
It's also a good play. I thought it was a great post move. I haven't seen a post move out of him tonight. That was a good post move, left shoulder move.
4-point lead for Utah State. Grimes to Blackwell. Blackwell dishes over to Huggins, takes another long three, and rattles it in. Holy smokes. Went down, went out, rattled around the rim, and then finally dropped. 43-42, back to a one-point game. Aggies led near the end of the first half by 12, but Fresno has come roaring back here in the second half, outscoring the Aggies 12-5. Quinn Taylor on the right wing. Taylor to Ketta. Ketta hands over to Sam Merrill. Gets a screen from Ketta. Nearly loses the handle. Ainge cross course to Taylor. Taylor pump fakes into the lane. Puts the dunk down and gets it to go. Flexes to the Aggie bench and will draw the foul.
Great run at the rim right there. That's an outstanding run at the rim.
Quinn Taylor has a chance to finish the old-fashioned three-point play as he steps up to the free throw line. 45-42. 16:03 left to go here in the first half. Taylor lines up the free throw and won't go. Missed the free throw.
Boy, free throws are getting after us tonight, aren't they? We need to knock those down.
Aggies now 4 of 9 from the free throw line. Huggins, who's had it going from 3, dishes it back over to Taylor. Tried the bounce pass, but Christian Gray didn't see it coming, and the bounce pass goes out of bounds. 15-47 with the Aggies lead by 3, 45-42. Aggies will have the ball back after the Fresno turnover straight ahead on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. 42, back and forth we go here in the Spectrum in Logan. Aggies lead by 3 with 15:47 left to go here in the first half. Time to announce our America First Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. Shannon Duffy earning the honor once again, 3rd time this year, 4th time in her career, back-to-back weeks. How about this week? Against Nevada and Air Force, she averaged 22 points, 13 rebounds, 4.5 blocks, and 2.5 steals, Coach. How's that for a stat line?
I'll tell you what, that's filling it up right there.
Yeah, America First Credit Union donates funds to help assist in student-athlete scholarships and is a proud sponsor of Utah State Athletics and the Student Athlete of the Week. All right, Aggies lead by 3, 45-42. Aggies have the ball after the Fresno State turnover. It's the 5th turnover for Fresno. Utah State's got 6. Abel Porter into the game, running the point. Dishes over to Sam Merrill, back to Porter near the the half-court stripe. Back over to Quinn Taylor. Taylor to Sam Merrill. Aggies extended away from the rim with 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Finally down low to Keta, but the high pass goes off his hands, and Blackwell corrals the bad pass. Into the lane, shot missed by Gray. Follow up is controlled by Porter. Porter all the way to Brito. Brito will step up, take the jumper, miss it badly. Ill-advised shot, wasn't even a 3 in transition. And here comes Fresno going the other way. New Williams attacking the rim, won't go. Fight for the rebound, pulled down by Williams. Tipped out there by Grimes. Taylor's got the ball on the left wing. 3-point game, 45-42. Taylor works it to Gray. Gray dishes back to New Williams, crashes into the lane, and they'll get him with the charge. Aggie ball after another Fresno turnover.
That's a pass and crash. Good job by. Yep. We've had a couple opportunities. I thought Quinn had one on the play before that, he might have fallen a little too soon, but great job by Sam. Get that ball back. Neither team playing very well right now offensively. No rhythm whatsoever.
Yep. 45-42. Utah State leading by 3. Nemias Keta hands over to Abel Porter. Porter backs over to Quinn Taylor. Back to Sam Merrill on the left wing. Keta's open on the left low block. Swings it over to Porter. Baseline 3. Got it! Abel Porter knocking down the 3, and he calmly jogs down the court knowing it was going the whole time.
Yeah, I thought Keta did a good job of finding him right there out of the double team.
Swing it cross court. A 3-point shot attempt by Blackwell, and that nestles home. They've done a great job getting those wide open baseline 3s tonight, and Blackwell cuts the lead back in half. 48-45. Sam Merrill caught up in the backcourt, so he swings over to Porter, to Diogo Brito. Cross court for Quinn Taylor, attacking the rim. Right hand scoop shot, up and in. Quinn Taylor filling his oats tonight.
Yeah, that's good. He gave up the 3 that he kind of missed in the first half or earlier in this half. Got to the rim.
50-45, another coach's timeout. Fresno State wants to talk about it. We'll take it as well on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. 50-45, Aggies lead by 5 here on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. Scott Gerard alongside Lance Becker. Fun game here in Logan. Bittner into the game, will inbound to Taylor.
Yeah, Fresno State, they're a solid team, and they're not going anywhere. They haven't won 11 games, for nothing.
Yep. New Williams hands over to Bittner. Bittner back up top to Huggins. Huggins working it around the horn. Swings it back to Bittner. 52% three-point shooter. Has got 2 tonight. Huggins drives, though, over the outstretched hands of Nemias Keta and nestles it in.
Yeah, just kind of hanging around, and it's tough. We can't help off that corner because that's where they've been making the three-point baskets.
Yep, 50-47, three-point game. Abel Porter drives, right-hand shot up, good, and the foul! Oh, my, Abel Porter. How about that? The Davis start causing problems for Fresno tonight.
Yeah, in the half court, Abel's been very effective this game. He's been able to make shots outside. He really has pushed the issue. And he's finishing his ball. That's if we get some points out of the point guard position, that is a bonus.
Aggies now shooting 58% from the field. They made their last 3 field goals. Abel Porter has got it rolling now. 9 points, make it 10 as he's in double figures. 53-47, back to a 6-point game. Taylor back over to Huggins. Huggins outside the three-point line, swings it back to Taylor on the right wing. Taylor trying to drive against Sam. Puts a shot, blocked by Sam. Another block shot by the Aggies. You expect it from Keta, even Justin Bean, but even Sam Merrill getting in the mix.
Yeah, the Aggies, really contesting a lot of shots at the rim today. That's making it tough for the Bulldogs.
Waiting for the inbound. Finally get it to Williams. Aggies with 8 block shots on the night. Huggins nearly has the ball poked out of his hands. Instead, he'll step back, take a jumper, fight for the rebound, pulled down by Abel Porter. Young man doing it all tonight. Abel has to pick up his dribble over to Bean. Bean gets it to Keta. Keta all by himself, will spin, puts the pass over to Brito for 3. Brito can't get it to go. Justin Bean nearly gets the tip in, but New Williams corrals the rebound. Thought that was going to go down. Huggins caught up in traffic over to New Williams, straightaway three, no good, and rebound tipped around, and Diogo Brito comes away with it. Good rebound by Utah State. Aggies lead by 6, 53-47, under 12:20 left to go here in the ball game. Contact near the midcourt stripe. Abel Porter caught up with Taylor, no harm, no foul. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Taylor has the ball stolen away by Taylor, and here comes Taylor attacking the rim, and Abel Porter's going to hold him up.
I bet they're going to call that an intentional foul.
Yeah. Wrapped his arms around him. Craig Smith doesn't like it. Abel's been great tonight. That may not have been one of his better moments. 12:03 left to go in the ball game, and this could be a big stretch here for Fresno, as they'll get the uncontested free throw.
And I got to tell you,
and possession.
I just watched the replay up there, and the official on that play said he was behind and grabbed him, and he was not behind. He was clearly running side by side, and I thought he did make an attempt on the ball. So I think in hindsight, that might be a call that they will not be happy with.
So Taylor gets the free throw and rattles it home, and he'll get one more. That's a key penalty here, as the Aggies now lead by 5, and Taylor's got one more free throw. Right into the student section. Crowd's letting him have it. Misses the second free throw, which is not great for him. He's an 83% free throw shooter, and he goes 1 for 2 on that trip. So Aggies dodge slight bullet there, and here comes Fresno State though with possession, and Taylor's going to inbound. 53-48, 5-point game for the Aggies. 12:03 left to go in the game.
Looks like Taylor has a little blood on his mouth. He'll have we'll give him 30 seconds to wipe that off and come on back out.
So Utah State looking for their 12th win of the season, looking to go 2-1 in conference play. They have led the entire game, as Fresno State has never led at any point in this game. Taylor inbounding to Bittner on the left baseline to Gray. Gray, the Salt Lake Community College transfer, hands back to Taylor. Taylor caught up in the lane, so he has to dish it over to Blackwell, who takes a jumper and knocks it down. So New Mexico gets 3 points on that possession after the free throw and the jumper.
Yeah, Fresno.
What did I say, New Mexico?
Yeah.
Oops.
It's okay. We'll have them soon enough.
Soon enough. Abel Porter crossing the timeline. Hands over to Justin Bean into the game. Bean back to Porter.
Yeah, throw it to him. There you go.
Porter to Ketta. No double team. Ketta needs to go to work. And bodies up and draws the foul.
Yeah, Scotty, you're exactly right. He's got to go to work if they're not going to double team. He has to force the double team. That's where we'll get an open outside shot.
Brings us to the under 12 timeout. Utah State leading Fresno State here on the Aggie Sports Network from Lear. 53-50, Utah State holding on to a 3-point lead, Coach. And this one is, I got to imagine, this is going to be a game that's going to go right down to the wire, because Utah State, every time they seems like they're about ready to run away and hide, Fresno reels them back in. It's going to be one of these games, Coach, I'm sure, where, as we saw last year against Fresno, a lot of drama and certainly a lot of excitement.
Hey, I mean, this is league play, brother. I mean, this is what it's all about, right? Nothing's ever easy. You schedule those out-of-conference games. You kind of get the kind of opponents that you want to come to your floor and play. And, now it's the non-desirables. It's the teams you don't want to play that are coming in here that are really good. And so, I think games like this, high-level league games, you can't take any possession for granted.
Sam Merrill inbounding to Ketta. Aggies lead by 3, who hands back to Merrill. Merrill into the lane, back over to Porter. Porter to Ketta. Ketta on the left low block, spin, push shot, up and good from about 3 feet out. Lead back to 5, 55-50.
I'm not sure there's a player in the gym that can guard him one-on-one.
Nope. Bittner pump fakes the 3, gets into the lane, has to dish it back to Blackwell, takes the long 3, got it. Another wide open 3 from the left wing. Drive and kick game, working to perfection.
Yeah, and the key to that for them is that the ball went in the paint.
Yep. Ketta, by the way, 1 block shot away from tying a school record for block shots in a game. Abel Porter to Bean. Aggies lead by 2, 55-53. To Bean on the pass from Ketta, and Bean draws the foul. Aggies lead by 2. For Fresno, that'll be team foul number 5. Number 6. There we go. Next one will put Utah State to the free throw line. Sam Merrill set to inbound. Gets it to Ketta. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 10:44 in the game, and the Aggies lead by 2. Merrill to Brito, thinks about a 3, drives, gets into lane, and draws that foul, and will go to the free throw line for the 1-and-1.
Yeah, I like that play there. You know, it's really hard. They can't really leave Ketta because Brito will drop it off to him. And Ketta's just, or excuse me, Brito's just wide open to drive there. So being the bonus here and shooting one-on-one the rest of the way.
Remember, tax reform laws impact all tax returns every year. That can be confusing. H&R Block has more than 60 years of experience dealing with taxes. Information's available at hnrblock.com. Here comes Brito's free throw. It's up and rattles in. And he'll earn free throw number 2.
Yeah, that'll put us up above 50%, I think.
Yeah,
so
6 of 11 now from the free throw line.
Working in the right direction now from the line.
Come on, Brito. Don't keep it at 50%. Free throws up and good. There you go. 7 for 12. And the Aggies back out to a 4-point lead, 57-53, as we reach the midway point here in the second half. 10:20 left to go in the game. Blackwell's got 11 points on the game. Is going to travel with the ball, got caught up in a screen and picked up the foot, and will give the ball back to Utah State on the turnover.
Yeah, again, crucial point right here for the Aggies, right? We're at the 10-minute mark. You know, got a little lead. We got to kind of stretch it a little bit right here.
Aggies up by 4. Sam Merrill getting around the corner. Steps back. Taylor's in his back pocket. Has to get rid of it. Finally finds Brito outside the three-point line, who promptly gives it right back to Sam. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Sam to Brito on the curl. Brito steps back, takes the jumper, and no good. Not a great shot by Brito.
Not so much.
Blackwell to Taylor on the left wing. Taylor steps back, takes the 3, misses it. When Fresno takes the 3 off the dribble, it's not great. When it's a driving kick, usually it's going down. Sam Merrill splits the double team into the lane, draws the foul, will go to the free throw line.
I think I'd like to see a couple more possessions with the ball in Sam's hand. Maybe
Yes.
a 2-man game with Ketta, or, you know, not necessarily on the same side of the floor. Just get those 2 involved in the offense right here. They're your 2 best scorers right on the floor right now.
Williams just picked up his 3rd foul. Gray has 4 fouls in 8 minutes. That takes some work to do.
Oh, yeah.
First free throw is up and good for Merrill. He'll have another one.
Everybody got to earn their scholarship one way or another.
Christian Gray with 4 fouls. 50 shades of fouls right there. Sam Merrill will get 1 more.
You know, we haven't seen Brock involved in the offense in this second half yet either. He was our leading scorer at the half. I think he's still sitting at the same 11 points.
Bittner inbounds as Merrill goes 2 for 2 from the line, and the Aggies lead by 6, 59-53. Led by 8 at the break, led by 12 late in the first half. Taylor outside the three-point line, looking for Huggins on the screen, or on the curl, and they're going to call a Aggie foul. That'll only be their 4th team foul. But they got Brito with it.
Yeah, actually, you know, we're almost fortunate there because, you know, Huggins would have had a wide open shot there.
Yep. And for Brito, that's his 2nd foul. Johnny McWilliams into the game. Haven't seen him much. Huggins, and they're going to call another foul. This one, though, is going to go against Fresno State on a legal screen.
No, I think that's out of bounds, then coming back inbounds and being the first one to touch the ball.
Or that.
Which happens in the flex offense quite a bit, you know, and no foul on the play. He stepped out of bounds, and the first person to touch the ball inbounds.
Sam Merrill's got to call a timeout.
Yeah, I got a little off guard there.
Yeah.
They went into a full court press there.
Yep. 59-53. We'll go ahead and keep it here with 9:25 left to go here in the ball game. But, Coach, let's get some keys down the stretch as Utah State's got to find a way to hold on as you anticipate Fresno's going to continue to keep this at about a 1 or 2 possession game.
Yeah, I don't want this to sound the wrong way because we are very, very much an opportunistic offense, right?
Yeah.
But I think that this is a key point in the game, and we're not having our best players handle the ball at this key point of the game. They haven't been able to stop Ketta when he catches the ball on the block. When they've double-teamed him, we pass it out for a 3. They can't stop Sam Merrill off the drive. They haven't been able to stop, at least in the first half, Brock shooting the ball. So I'd like to see those 3 with the ball in their hands a little bit down the stretch.
Quinn Taylor set to inbound as here comes the press from Fresno. Abel Porter, picked up by Huggins, crosses the timeline. Over to Quinn Taylor outside the three-point line. Taylor back to Merrill. Merrill gets a screen from Taylor, works to the right wing to Brock Miller. Miller had 11 points in the first half, has not scored in the second. Abel Porter drives, cut off by Taylor, and Taylor picks up the foul.
Yeah, we're shooting free throws.
Actually, I'm going to give Huggins with the foul.
Yeah, I like we spread the floor out a little bit there, and Abel was trying to drive into the basket, and he was not free to move. There's no freedom of movement there, but it's a foul.
So Abel Porter in the first half went 2 for 3 from the free throw line. He's got a couple here. Actually, 1 and 1. First one is up and good. So there you go. Now he gets 2. 60-53. If Porter's able to hit this free throw, it'll match the Aggie halftime lead of 8. Largest lead for Utah State has been 12. Love the way Abel Porter's played tonight, though, Coach.
Yeah, offensively in the half court, he's been so aggressive with the basketball, trying to get to the basket and score it, not just make a play for his friends.
Porter makes the second free throw, and all of a sudden the Aggies are hitting free throws.
We are on the north side of 50, which is good.
61-53, back to an 8-point game. Craig Smith motions to the student section, says, let's go. Taylor cross court to Blackwell, posting up Grimes, throws down the dunk over Brock Miller and Quinn Taylor. What a nasty, filthy dunk by Grimes. Abel Porter drives, loses the handle. They're going to get him with a travel and wanted the foul. They're not going to give him free throws. Said he traveled with it. And the ball goes back to Fresno with the Aggies leading by 6, 61-55.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness. I'd like to see that ball in his other hand, and I think he just slipped there, and that caused the travel.
Abel Porter with 12, leading all scorers. Huggins with 16, leading all scorers. New Williams comes around a screen. Back to Blackwell. Back to Williams, over to Bittner on the left wing. Hands over to Taylor. Taylor drives, back to Blackwell, and
stepped out of bounds.
Give the ball back to Utah State. Another unforced error by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, both teams are really extending their pressure defense, making the other team uncomfortable, and we've had, 2 step on the lines, actually 3 this game, so.
Inbound to Sam. Sam attacking the rim. Won't go, but he draws the foul and will go to the free throw line. Sam Merrill, there's your best players being aggressive.
Yeah, I like I just like them when they break the press and they get downhill towards the basket. We got something going on here.
Yeah, I did not catch. It looks like somebody got teed up.
We got it teed up there. Red 21 with a technical foul after.
So Deshaun Taylor gets hit with a technical. So Deshaun Taylor is going to send Sam Merrill to the free throw line. So Sam's got a bunch of free throws coming up. 61-55, 6-point lead for the Aggies with 8:19 left to go.
So we'll shoot them in the order they happened.
Yep, first free throw, good for Sam. He earns a second technical foul, or technical free throw.
I think we're on the shooting free throws currently, and then I'd be interesting to see if it's
second one is up and good. And now they bring everybody back.
So you're correct. The technical foul shot, now we come into the shooting foul.
63-55, 8-point game. That's the 10th team foul for Fresno, which means Aggies in the double bonus the rest of the way. Aggies have a chance with Sam on the third free throw, is up and good, and he'll earn one more. And if he makes this one, it's a double-digit lead, a 4-point trip down the court.
Great turnaround. I think we absolutely have the right person.
And he missed it, jinxed it, tipped around, and controlled by Huggins. Second free throw missed by Sam on the night. Huggins spins, right-hand layup up and good, and he'll draw the foul. And Huggins and Fresno can get those 3 points right back. Well, he's athletic.
Well, he is. He's quick and just his extension. He's not a large man, but he's able to really play bigger than he is.
Huggins averaging 17.8 points per game. He's a transfer from New Mexico State, and with his free throw, can exceed his season average. It's up and it's good, and he's at 19. So back we go to 6, 64-58, 6-point game, 8:12 left to go in this one. Aggies had a chance to go up 10. Now they're back to a 6-point lead. Abel Porter picked up by Blackwell, looking over at Craig Smith for a sign. Works to the right side of the court. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Aggies look a little out of sorts on this set. Finally get it to Sam Merrill. Sam wants a foul. They won't give it to him. Sam will spot up, take the three, and back iron, no good. And the rebound pulled down by New Williams. So Fresno has a chance to cut this lead in half. 64-58, 6-point game. New Williams on the right wing. Works back to Blackwell. Blackwell steps back, thinks about a three, then drives. Kicks it all the way over to Bittner. Bittner passes for a wide open baseline three, no good. As Huggins hasn't missed often in this game, but missed badly there. Merrill crossing the timeline. To Abel Porter. Aggies taking a little bit of the air out of the ball here.
Yeah, you know, we got Kett on the bench. He'll probably come back after the media, so this is a big possession here.
Taylor spins into lane. Left hand, hook shot, up and in.
That was an impressive move.
Lou Al Taylor out there on the court right now.
Yeah.
And the Aggies lead by 8, 66-58. Blackwell loses the handle, over to Huggins for three. Of course he hit it. Holy smokes. Huggins with 22 on the night tonight, including 6 of 10 from beyond the three-point line.
Yeah, he's just a rhythm shooter, and it doesn't matter how close you are to him. He just jumps up and shoots over you.
Abel Porter crossing the timeline. 5-point game, 66-61. Back and forth battle here in the Spectrum. Next dead ball will be, and a foul is going to go against Bean. Bean put the shoulder down on the drive, and it'll go back to Fresno when we come back. 66-61, 5-point game. 6:25 left to go. Don't go anywhere, folks. This is a fun one. Aggies and Bulldogs on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. 6:61 here on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. Quick Quack Car Wash is now open in Providence. Quick Quack Car Wash. Don't drive dirty. Take a look at some scores from around the Mountain West Conference coming up here in a bit. As this is a key stretch for Utah State. Win this game, you're 2-1, and you're hanging out at the top of the conference. Loses one, you're 1-2, and you got some work to do. Aggies have not trailed in this game, Coach. It's been a wire-to-wire lead so far for Utah State.
Yeah, I think the Aggies are really playing well, and you know, you look down at their percentages. They're shooting, you know, almost 55% from 2 and 35% from 3, and then you look up at Fresno State, they're shooting 41%.
Yeah.
You know, 46% from 3. So. You know, the Aggies are really playing well, and the lead indicates that. And, you know, when you're playing a really good team, you're not able to just jump up there and go up by 10, 15, 20. So it'll take some effort here to finish this game off.
66-61, Utah State leading by 5. Fresno with the ball. Blackwell pulls up his dribble, works it back over to Huggins, who's got 22 on the night. Gives it to Taylor for a long three. No good. And Ketta is there down to pull down the rebound. And they're going to get Bittner with a foul against Ketta.
We'll shoot free throws on the other end.
Yep. And Ketta has not been great from the free throw line tonight. Just 1 of 3. Let's see if the big man can knock down a couple gimmies here.
I thought that was a really good defensive possession by Abel. You know, there's a scouting report play there. You know, they switched the play, so there's not an open shot up top. And then on the handoff, he was ready to challenge that three-point shot by Taylor, getting a hand in his face. So, you know, credit Abel for super defense on that possession.
Ketta tucks in his jersey, receives the ball, and here we go. A couple of big free throws from the big man. Lines up the first free throw. It is good. Nice stroke on that one.
Yeah, he always looks good. Lots of things can go wrong, right, when you're a big guy and your hands are big.
Yep.
You know, your levers are out there wiggling in the air. So I like that. I like his form every time he shoots it.
Here comes free throw number 2. Aggies right now lead by 6, 67-61. 6:10 left to go here in the ball game. Second free throw. Looks good. It is good. And the Aggies push the lead to 7, 68-61. All right, Huggins to Bittner. Aggies need some stops down the stretch. Blackwell picks up his dribble, hands to Huggins. Huggins trying to drive, gets into the lane, puts the shot up, and gets it to go and draws the foul. Oh, my goodness. Brock Miller draws the foul. And for Miller, that's his 4th foul. And that's going to send, again, Huggins to the free throw line. 68-63, 5-point game. He missed the free throw. That hasn't happened often. He's a 78% free throw shooter. So the Aggies hold Fresno just to 2 and remains a 5-point game. Ketta nearly loses the handle, collects it, hands to Taylor on the right wing. Taylor dishes to Merrill. Merrill wants to drive, gets baseline, cut off. Bounce pass stolen away by Blackwell. Unforced turnover. Here comes the Aggies, or Fresno in transition. Huggins attacks the rim, goes out of bounds, and will go back to Utah State. No foul. A lot of contact down low. Fresno's fired up, and they're not giving it to him. Utah State will get the ball out after the ball goes out of bounds. Justin Hudson's looking at the official saying, no way. Abel Porter inbounds to Merrill. Aggies will take it.
Yeah, I thought Brock was straight up and down, and he can leave the ground in college basketball, so that's a good defensive stand there.
Hands to Ketta. Ketta back to Porter. Porter cross court to Quinn Taylor, over to Brock Miller.
Go to him.
Hands to Sam. Sam's got Ketta there in the low block, can't get it to him. So Ketta comes back outside the three-point line to collect, and a foul is going to go against Huggins, against Sam trying to come around the screen.
Yeah, and I think this is the game, right? I think it's just a grinder. You know, they can't guard Sam. They're going to get up into him. You know, throwing the ball into Ketta, out to Ketta, just being real patient, keeping that ball moving, and get to the line and make free throws.
Sam Merrill 7 of 9 from the free throw line. And goes 8 of 10. That one rattled around and got it to go. He'll have another one.
It's a 5.1.
Sam Merrill, a 91% free throw shooter coming into this game. Here's the second one, and that is pure.
That's a 10.
Yep. So 7-point game as we reach the 5-minute mark. Craig Smith yelling at the student section saying, let's go. Huggins pulls up, takes the three, buries the three. Huggins with 27 on the night. He is on fire in Logan, but the Aggies still hold on to that 4-point lead, and a foul is going to go against Blackwell as he bodied up Porter.
Yeah, extremely undisciplined. You know, Fresno State, you know, all players just very undisciplined defensively. There's too many fouls. That's a foul 45 feet from the basket.
Yeah.
That's meaningless.
Abel Porter 4 of 5 from the free throw line. He's going to step up. He's got 2. First one is short. Missed it. He'll have one more. Kind of grimaces after that missed free throw. 70-66, 4-point game. Second free throw is good. 71-66, 5-point game. Tell you what, Braxton Huggins is not letting his team go away in this game, though. 4:50 left to go. He has put on a show with 27 points. He lines up, takes another three. It's long, and it's controlled by Abel Porter. Huggins has been 6 of 11 from beyond the three-point line. Driving, Sam Merrill, baseline. Swings it all the way over to Brock Miller on the right wing. Brock lines up a three. Too far, but Ketta can't corral the rebound. Jumped a little too soon, and Fresno comes away with it. Taylor driving against Porter, and they're going to say Porter with the charge. That might be a makeup for the last drive, in which they called nothing, because it looked like Porter was in pretty good position. So Abel Porter picks up the foul. It's going to lead to a 1-and-1 here for Fresno. As the Aggies lead by 5, Taylor steps up to the free throw line. And now it's time to keep looking at free throw percentages because it's crunch time. 83% free throw shooter, although Taylor missed one earlier. And he's 1 for 2 from the line tonight.
Yeah, Fresno State takes Huggins out here, get him a little break before the 4-minute media.
Taylor on the 1-and-1, missed it off the front of the iron. He's 83%, but he's got nightmares of shooting free throws here in Logan.
I tell you, it's loud in here right now.
Abel Porter to Sam Merrill to Quinn Taylor. Taylor nearly loses his footing, but gets it to Porter on the right wing. Aggies need points here. 4:03. Taylor trying to post up. Ketta, get it to the big man. He's got it. Ketta passes out of the double team to Porter. Porter lines up the three. Won't go. Used every part of the rim and bounced out. Taylor with a rebound for Fresno. Aggies going a little cold offensively. Taylor cross court to Blackwell. Thinks about the three, drives into lane, puts the shot up with the right hand and gets it to go. And it's stacked to a 3-point game. 71-68. 3:37 left to go in the game. Aggies have never trailed in this game, but Fresno is not going away quietly. Merrill crossing the timeline. 19 seconds left on the shot clock. Porter comes around and collects at the midcourt stripe. Aggies patient offensively here. Sam to Taylor, Taylor to Porter. Porter on the right wing. Aggies need a bucket. Cross court to Sam, nearly lost the handle. Into the lane, right hand shot, won't go. But Ketta's there for the putback. And the Aggies back up by 5, 73-68. Ketta with the rebound, Ketta with the putback. Swing across court, drive on the baseline, down low. Ketta is there to defend. Shot is up off the glass and will go for number 35, Lazaro Rojas. Gets the layup over Ketta. Big man against big man. Rojas only in the game because he's 6'11", is the only guy that can body up Ketta. Merrill crossing the timeline. 2:35 left to go in the game. 3-point game, 73-70. Abel Porter guarded by Blackwell. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Porter baseline drive into the lane. Right hand shot won't go, but he'll go to the free throw line when we come back. Holy smokes, what a game here in the Spectrum. Aggies nursing a 3-point lead. 2:22 left to go in the game, and the Aggies will have 2 free throws from Abel Porter when we come back on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. It's a one-possession game, 73-70. Abel Porter's got free throws when we come back. 2:22 left to go in the game. Utah State leading by 3. Let's take a look around the Mountain West Conference, brought to you by Logan Eye Institute. 3 games last night, Coach. UNLV, after New Mexico's feeling great, they blew out Nevada. How do you follow that up? You lose at home by 11 to UNLV. That doesn't make any sense.
No, I kept getting texts with a new emoji I'd never seen with the shoulder shrugs. Like, what is that? What happened? I didn't have an answer.
San Diego State blew out Wyoming at home 84-54. Aztecs are now 9-6 on the season, and Colorado State blew out Air Force 87-64. One game that'll take place later tonight. Nevada will be at home taking on San Jose State. Wolfpack probably an angry bunch. In fact, Vegas has Nevada as a 27.5-point favorite in this game tonight.
It's a sucker bet too. I mean, you know, they will be lit and ready to go, no doubt about it.
2:22 left to go in the game. Aggies lead by 3. Abel Porter is going to step back up to the free throw line. Abel went 1 for 2 on the previous trip. He's 5 of 7 on the night from the free throw line. Aggies have made 26 trips to the free throw line. Fresno, Coach, has made 6.
Yeah, they're not a driving team, but still, that'll be a stat that they'll look at and complain about.
Porter misses the first free throw. Needs to hit this one.
Boy, this really coming down to it.
Yeah, got to keep it a 2-possession game here. Porter lines up the second one, got it. So 1 for 2 for Abel Porter on his last 2 trips to the free throw line, and here comes Fresno. Huggins back into the game. Taylor working to the left side. Taylor gets into the lane, attacks, puts the shot up with the right hand, got it to go.
Well, we just left him there. Just a little miscommunication on the handoff there.
2-point game, 74-72 as we reach the 2-minute mark here in the game. Huggins guarding Porter. Porter on the left side, hands over to Merrill. Aggies need a bucket. Merrill to Porter. Porter gets it to Ketta. Ketta going to work, spins, puts it up with the left hand, gets it to go as Grimes had no answer for him. Put him in the spin cycle, and Grimes left flat-footed as Ketta puts it in, and the Aggies lead 76-72. Need stops here. Huggins on the right wing, spots up for 3, buries the 3. He's got 30 on the night. 7 of 12 from 3 for Braxton Huggins.
Yeah, and I might run that same play. I might just run a little high ball screen with Ketta and Sam, and then let's throw it back inside to Ketta.
76-75, 1-point game.
There it
1-12. Sam Merrill cut off to Quinn Taylor on the right wing. Taylor back to Miller. Miller trying to get it to Ketta. They can't. Back to Merrill. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. 4, gets a screen, pulls up, takes the jumper, won't go, rebound pulled down by Huggins. And New Mexico, with under a minute to go, will call timeout with an opportunity to take their first lead in the game.
I mean, you know, that's why he played for the full 40 minutes. You know, I was a little nervous there as free throws weren't falling and we weren't kind of stretching that lead, and, you know, it comes down to this. It's a good play, you know. We were trying to make the right play. Unfortunately, we just ended up with, you know, a contested long 2 there to end it. So, you know, defensively, we've hung our hat on it all game long. Got to find a way to, you know, stop Taylor on the drive and Huggins from shooting it in your mug.
All right, so let's look at Huggins. who's got 30 points on the night, 11 of 12 shooting. 7 of those 11 have been from beyond the three-point line. He's 7 of 12 from beyond the three-point line. How do you defend this last possession if you're Utah State?
Well, you know, the mistakes have been a little bit of miscommunication, right? We gave up the drive with Taylor because we were going to switch, and then we didn't switch. And so, you know, communication is key. And you know, somehow when that ball, when Huggins catches that ball, you have got to be inside of his shorts. I mean, he has shown that it doesn't matter if you're 6 inches away, he's going to jump up and shoot it. You have got to get that ball out of his hands. You got to make him drive.
Sam Merrill with 16, Porter with 14, Ketta with 15, as well as 9 rebounds for Ketta. But if the Aggies have one stop left in them tonight, now's the time to get it. 53.8 seconds left to go. Aggies have never trailed in this game. A wire-to-wire lead, but Fresno for the first time tonight has a chance to take the lead. Bittner is going to inbound. Taylor is going to come back and get it. Craig Smith once again urging the crowd to make some noise. Here we go. Taylor crosses the timeline, picked up by Brock Miller. He'll drive, gets in. Shot is blocked by Quinn Taylor. Brock Miller comes back, works it back to Taylor. Taylor with the block so far of the game. Aggies need points though. Sam Merrill nearly fouled, doesn't get it. Taylor's botting him up. Over to Abel Porter. 15 seconds differential between the game and the shot clock. 10 seconds left on the shot clock to Ketta. Aggies need a bucket. Ketta gets into lane. Won't go, but he draws the foul and go to the free throw line. Ketta almost got the bucket on the drive, but he goes to the free throw line with the Aggies leading by 1, 76-75.
Yeah, I just wasn't able to quite get high enough to finish it with a dunk, and what an excellent drive. Great fake handoff, Ketta. You know, game on the line. He wasn't afraid to go to the basket.
Ketta's 3 for 5 from the free throw line, made his last 2. Let's see what happens here. First free throw up, got it! Big free throw. Here comes free throw number 2. 77-75, 2-point game for the Aggies. 22 seconds left, free throw is up, it's out, and Brock Miller nearly comes away with the rebound. Instead it goes back to Fresno State. Here we go, 17 seconds left, Aggies lead by 2. Taylor outside the three-point line. Swings over to Huggins. Huggins against Merrill. Huggins outside the three-point line. Crosses over, takes the 3. Got the 3 with 4 seconds left. And New Mexico's got their largest lead of 1. 78-77, their first lead of the game with 4.7 seconds left to go.
I think they'll put at least, I think probably go back up to about 5.6 or so, at least 5.3. Yeah, the Aggies free timeout here, and they still have their timeout, but man, I don't know how you guard it any better.
Sam Merrill was in the face of Huggins, and Huggins buried the straightaway 3.
Yeah, he's just had an outstanding game, and you kind of had a feeling that he was going to jump up and make that shot. So 5.5 back on the clock.
78-77, there you go. The clock is set with 5.5 seconds, 5.5. Coach, what are you drawing up here?
Yeah, you know, I think you need something on the run. We need something on the run and maybe a flat ball screen for Sam Merrill to get to the basket. So probably look for Ketta or Quinn.
Abel Porter's going to inbound, 5.5 seconds left. And Utah State's going to call a quick timeout.
Yeah, I just want to see how they're set up and see how they were going to guard us. Now, they're in the full court, so you might have to make a little adjustment here.
They will go full court, but that may give you opportunities down the court,
well,
too.
It gives you a running start, right? It just may not, you may not be able to have the ball in Sam's hand. It may have to go to
We're down by 1, and Kobe McEwen was fouled at about mid-court. He made 1 of 2, sent it to overtime, and the Aggies eventually won in overtime. So it's kind of a similar feel to last year's game, but wow, what a tremendous game between these two teams.
Yeah, 5.5 seconds, so that's an eternity.
It is.
I thought we had less time. A really foolish foul last year, so you know, look for Fresno State to be a little bit more disciplined. But yeah, something to the basket, and we're either going to get, you know, hopefully we have time to get a shot up and an offensive rebound.
All right, Aggies drawing up something at the last second. Craig Smith chatting with his team. 5.5 seconds left to go. 78-77 Fresno leads by 1. It's the only time of the game that they've led. Utah State has been wire to wire until that bucket from Huggins. Porter's going to inbound.
Yeah, interesting to have Quinn down here. Maybe a little home run play. Little relay.
Look
get
at
it to
Ketta
Quinn.
setting a screen for Sam. Sam's got to go. 3 seconds left. Sam spots up, takes the shot. It was blocked.
Oh!
Quinn Taylor nearly had the putback, but that's it. Fresno gets the W, 78-77. As Sam Merrill had a good look, but it was tipped away at the last second. Quinn Taylor nearly had the putback, but that's how it ends. Final here in Logan, 78-77. Fresno led in this game for 5 seconds, Coach.
Yeah, the 5 seconds that matter. You know, that's a heartbreaker right there. I don't. You've been on the wrong end of that many a time. I mean, you lead wire to wire in 5 seconds. 5.5 seconds you give up the lead is just heartbreaking. But tremendous effort by the Aggies. Let's not discount that.
78-77 the final in this one. Aggies shot 51% from the field, but it was Braxton Huggins who almost single-handedly won this game for Fresno. 33 points on 8 of 13 from 3, 12 of 21 from the field, and his biggest came with just 5 seconds left, bearing the 3 and eventually giving Fresno State the 1-point victory. Take a break, come back, post-game show coming up next on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield.